Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another night here at the Poet. Um, I got some things that I want to talk about, but I can't touch right now because I'm not finished gathering all the details. One thing we're going to get into here real soon is some of this stuff that's actually going on that has got to change. It's got to stop. I mean, I just feel like we actually need people to start stepping up and doing it the right way instead of being all about a check. That's my biggest issue. I mean, I have people that say it's an issue for me because I ain't got millions of dollars. Tell you the truth, I don't really want millions of dollars because I don't want the headache. You know, I'd be content with just knowing that today is taken care of. I don't have to have something to fall back on. I'm gonna give it away anyway. I always been like that. I don't know why. It's just the way I am. I'm. You say I'm careless with money, whatever you want to call it, and I don't see it as me being careless with money. It's just the fact that if somebody come across me or come up to me and have a need, and I got it, okay, here you go. You can have it. Especially when I got everything I need in that moment. I don't care. I'm not hungry. I'm not starving. Gas in the car. You know, I I can go where I want to go, and I just got $400-500. And you talking about you needing help with $100 or $200 or $300? I ain't finna do nothing with it. I guess that I'm just built different than most. It's just me. But at the same time, I don't understand why people ain't like that in general. Like, especially people that come from a place like where I've come from. You know what it's like to go without. How could you sit here and watch somebody else go through that when you know how it made you feel? I don't care what this person done, what they doing. They needing help with something and I got it to help. Give it to them. That's how we set ourselves up to get robbed. Always flashing. Hey, I got this, I got that. And then somebody asks you for help and you act like you broke. Just put a big old wad in your pocket. Somebody asks you for $20. You act like you ain't got it. You make them want to come after you. You don't want nobody to come after you. Stop flashing. you know. I mean, that's common sense. But like what I'm saying is, you what you need it for? Oh, because you went out and got it. You did what you had to do. So the next man got to do what they got to do, right? You putting that thought in their mind. Okay, I got to do what I got to do. Give me your money. Give me that knot you just put in your pocket. Or they knock you upside the head and go in your pocket and take it. And I'm not saying that's right. It's wrong. You know, you shouldn't do that. You got somebody keep coming to you and keep asking, and you keep flashing like you got it like this, and you just ain't wanting to give it. You make them feel like you think you better than them, so they feel like they got to bring you to your knees. There's an answer for that. That's why God told us to give. It's better to give than receive. I believe that. Because look at what you receiving. You done received a knot upside your head and it didn't got took. You done received a bullet and it got took. Because you wasn't willing to part from that. If I got it, you can have it. Especially if I got everything I need for this day. Because tomorrow gonna take care of itself. And that's what I learned going through things from a child up. Watching people stress about everything that they won't have or that they don't see that they got for tomorrow. Blood pressure through the roof. Not able to enjoy the moment that you're in because you worried about the future. It ain't even guaranteed you're going to make it to tomorrow, but you worried about tomorrow. I don't get it. I don't get it. What am I going to get him something for? I don't even know them. Because they asked you for help. Sound crazy in your mind. To you, I'm talking stupid. Truth of the matter is, it's stupid for us to not think that way. It's stupid for us to sit here and think, I don't know them, what I'm going to help them for. It's a person in need. It's in you to be a good person. You're not accessing that because you let the cares of the world block you from who you really are. So let me ask you this. Do you really know who you are? Can you look into the mirror and find your soul and recognize the truth about who you are, who you were created to be? Not this image that the world told you you should be, that you should become, but who you really are, what was created and put in you for you to be. That's how you find out your purpose in life. Searching within yourself, seeking God within you. What is it that's in me that always make me feel bad about certain situations? Because I don't care how tough you are, how hard you think you may be, how gangster you are. Even you, yeah, you sometimes sit back and feel like you're wrong or something ain't right with your daily living. And what we mess up here at is we go to searching and trying to get things to fill that void. And we wind up getting all these things, and that void is still there. You know why? Because instead of you searching for those things, you were supposed to be searching yourself, finding out who you are, learning to go without things. Forget that. This week, I'm going to take time out to just sit at home and search myself. Find out what it really is. Because when you get down to the point where you've been in this house all day for 5 days straight, you ain't went nowhere. You will find yourself thinking about things you ain't never thought about. Things that you could do. Being by yourself, thinking about things that you could do. Not to be productive for materialistic things, but things that you could do that's going to actually help make things better. I guarantee you, you'll find yourself thinking, I need to give to somebody, regardless to who it is. And you might walk out your door, and the first person you see, without even them asking you anything, you gonna give them something. Because that's who we are by nature. That's how we were created, to share. We want to share things. And some of us already know that you like to share things, but you want to limit that to a small group of people. I only want to share with those that I see on a daily basis, with those that I know gonna share with me, with those who always coming around and we can kick it and we have a good time. Them the ones you only want to share with. And then you're doing that. So by you sitting here looking at this video and listening to me talk to you, you feel like this message ain't for you, but it really is. Because even though you're not sharing the way you're supposed to be. You're supposed to love everybody. Everybody. The Lord said, love your enemies. Pray for those who condemn you. Bless those who despitefully use you. All those people that you feel like you should hate, those are the ones you're supposed to love dearly and do things for, to help them in whatever situation they are in. Orders from God. Why would I do that? Because it's the right thing to do. It's what fills that void inside of you. When you're doing that, you stop caring about materialistic things. You stop caring about the cares of this world, what this person gonna think about you, what this person feel about you. You don't even care about that anymore. Once you start giving to those type of people, you stop judging people and you learn to be humble in every area of your life. That's why you do that. Because when you do that, it brings out the God in you. Now he's able to use you and operate in you and make things happen in you and all around you. That's when you embrace the kingdom of heaven and you start to realize that you have brought heaven upon earth within your reach because you're giving and sharing with those who hate you, with those that in your mind he would rob me the first second he get. What he gonna rob you for? You didn't gave him what he need. Why she gonna talk bad about you? You done blessed her. The very person that hates your guts, you done turned around and gave them something they needed. When someone else rise up against you, they gonna stand for you because they witnessed the God in you. That's why we do the things that we do that God tell us we should do. That's how we feel that void that's within us that makes us feel like there's something missing in my life. Instead of us running out here chasing money, thinking that money is going to buy those things that we want and need, and that's going to fill that void. Do you ever pay attention to the rich? Do you see how unhappy they are? No matter what they got, they are still unsatisfied because of the void that's in them. And they bought all those things, went out and got all them riches, thinking they could fill that void, just like you're doing now. And found out all they did was add more stress on top of this empty void that's within them. So now they ready to hang themselves, put a bullet in their head, eat a bullet, jump out in front of a moving vehicle, leap off a bridge into an empty pond, get so high they jump off the balcony 50 stories up in the air from the penthouse because they thought they were filling a void, and all they did was add stress on top of the emptiness that was in there. We make it hard on ourselves because we refuse to get by ourselves and figure out what it is that's really inside of us that we're missing, what that emptiness is in there. As long as you're not doing what God told you to do, that spot where He sits at in you and He leaves up out of that area, it becomes empty. So you're not whole because you're missing the very thing He put in us to give us life. That little small piece of Himself. And if we don't feed that by doing what He said do, it slowly fades away and it becomes empty. And the only way to get it back is to begin to do what He said do. Then you'll start to feel that emptiness fill up because He will start to come back in and sit in that spot that is specially made for Him. Can't nothing else get in that spot. So once He's gone, it's empty until He returns. And if you never get it right and He never return, it will forever be empty and will cause you to lose your life because He is the life that's within us. I hope you understand in this. I hope you can see exactly what it is I'm saying. Maybe I'm not saying it clear enough for you to understand. God is the breath of life that is in us. He breathed that breath of life into us. And in order for us to keep that breath of life, we have to operate under His will. We have to do the things that He said do. He told us to do these things because He knew if you don't do it, that life, that joy, that peace, that happiness, that area inside of you where I reside will become an empty, voided place. Just like the earth before I came in and created it. Remember that. The earth was without form and was void. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the deep. And God said, "Let there be light." He's speaking into you when He's telling you what it is that you need to do so that the light can come on. And once you start to do the things that He's telling you to do, that light starts to shine bright. And as it shines, it brings you happiness, joy, peace, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, love. You learn how to have temperance, how to be meek, how to be humble, how to endure, with long suffering. But you have to do what he say do. I challenge you. Take your daily spendings, what you usually spend in a day. Go outside your home, and the first person walking by, just walk up to him and say, hey, I want to bless you in the name of Christ. And give it to him. Walk away and don't even think about what you just did. And over the next couple of days, expect God to show up on your behalf for whatever it is. And watch him show up just because you are obedient to his word. Because his word said give. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Do that. I challenge you. Between now and 8 o'clock tomorrow night, take whatever it is that you're going to spend for tomorrow and give it to the first person you see. Not somebody in your household, not a family member or a friend, a complete stranger. Take it and give it to them and tell them you just want to bless them in the name of Christ. Give it to them, wish them a good day, and walk away. Somebody gonna do it. And the person you give it to gonna stop you when you walk away and share a testimony with you. Man, listen, obey God. Give to a complete stranger and watch him bless you. And then come back to this show and do your comment. I want to know from y'all what happened when you obeyed God. Can you please do that for me? That's all I got for y'all tonight. I pray that some of y'all, if not all, I would love it for everyone that sees this video to step out there on faith and trust in God and obey his word in this video and go be a blessing to a complete stranger. Not bragging to anybody about what you did. Just do it and keep it between you and God and the person you give it to. And share your testimony in these comments. That will be a blessing to me just to hear how God blessed you. And we can pray together. Y'all have a good night. If you're in the Shoals area or the Northwest Alabama area or any of these areas around here or anywhere where the weather is bad, I pray that God keep you. I pray that he keep you in his loving protective arms and keep you safe and warm. We love y'all. Look forward to seeing you again on tomorrow. I'm not going to say tomorrow night or no specific time because God may have me get on here before then. But I look forward to seeing you again next time right here at the Poet. Go be a blessing and be blessed in Christ. Amen. Y'all have a good night.